Namaskar, welcome to Prakash on Basics. I am Prakash Zog. Today I am going to talk about Sanskars. Sanskars are a major part of Hinduism that have somehow lost their importance in present days. They are a set of rituals that provide sanctity and seriousness with a religious base to the complete life cycle of a Hindu person. This is said to be what is known as dharmic adhishthan, and they cover a very wide range from preconception to the posthumous state of an individual. They are to be done for the three major castes: Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Originally, the Shudras were not a part of Hindus or the Hindu culture, and they were only a serving class. So, at that time, they were not insisted upon by the rituals, but today they are practiced amongst everybody who is related to Hinduism. So, everybody is said to or is expected to undergo sanskars. Not all of them are performed. There are reasons for it, obviously, but still a majority of them are still implemented and practiced by many of the Hindus. Maybe many of us are not aware of what their original names are and what their original significances are. Let us first try and understand the logic and the reasoning behind what sanskars are. I will put forward some basic points today. After I finish discussing the 16 sanskars, I would request you to come back and listen to these points once more, so that it would clarify many of the things that we have heard, and it would put everything in a proper perspective. Let's start off. Let's go to the background first. Realize that evolution is a part of everything, not just the living, but even for the culture, the society, the technology, the religion. Everything is processed some way or the other for better performance, to improve its strength, to improve its quality, to increase its durability and so forth. For example, food is processed, bricks are made, tools are developed, shelters are developed, transport mechanisms are all improved. In case of science, for physical things, sometimes this particular changeover is referred to as a transition, and it is usually a permanent change that takes place. Our sages, the Rishis, believed that this is applicable even to individual human beings. Right from conception to the cremation, one must be processed for improvement, for optimization. He is expected to perform best in the four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Dharma, of course, is ideal behavior norms. Artha is resource generation. Kam is all need satisfaction, and moksha is salvation. So, at every stage you must do the best, and for this you must be trained and processed the best, and that is what sanskars are. The word originates from Sanskrit, obviously, and is a combination of sang and kru, and it has, you can have link many different meanings, but all of them lead to the same, which means to unite, to cook properly, to process, to bake or to mold in a proper manner. So during the life cycle of a person, one must be processed for perfection. These transition stages are the 16 sanskars. One is born imperfect and must undergo sanskars to fit perfectly in the social fabric. This is what our ancestors believed. To understand, let's take an example. Think of milk. Milk itself is not very durable, and in fact milk from different animals does not last to the same extent also. Sorry. Naturally it lasts only for a few hours. So to preserve it, to increase its potency, its durability, its quality, its utility, we have to process it, and that is nothing but what sanskars are. So if the milk undergoes sanskars, boiling at the first stage, or pasteurization, which is the more technical word, increases its potency and life, or you could convert it to curds and then remove butter and then convert it to ghee, and at every stage, every sanskar increases its potential, its capabilities, its durability, its energy content, and so forth. If properly done, there is no going back, there is only an improvement in the quality. So that can be done for every individual human being also. And realize that it is not only in Hinduism that there are sanskars, there could be sanskars in other religions also. And then it's like saying that rather than making curds and ghee and so forth, you could convert it to cheese and go along a different line and still preserve it to a large extent. So the sanskars are a part of trying to improve things to their best. Sanskar is the effect, and the sanskar vidhi is the ritual that is carried out for it. Their object is to convert the raw, immature, imperfect individual to the best possible one. The sanskar is supposed to make a person fit for a specific stage in his life, as a student, as a householder, as a senior citizen, and so forth. They have many other aspects also. They are also believed to remove the dosh or the defect or the taint of conception itself. So it's said to be a purification process. In some cases, it is the initiation and the subsequent training stage that is identified by a particular sanskar. It helps in establishing the identity of an individual. Upanayan, for example, is the stage when he starts studying, or Vivaha, the marriage, or Anteshti, the merger with the ancestors after death. Upanayan, for example, it indicates to me, if it is my Upanayan, it indicates to me that I am now fit enough or at a stage when I must go to my guru and start studying. I should start following the necessary rules and all the limitations that come along with it, all the responsibilities that will come along with it. The whole family becomes aware of this new role that is going to be imparted to me, because this is going to be a family ritual, and it is a public announcement for the new status that I have acquired, that I am now at a stage when I am fit to go and start studying. So it's for an individual, for the family, and for the society too. So the sanskars work at three different levels: the individual level, the family level, and the social level. They are expected to trigger in some situations cleaning or an improvement or a quality improvement in the particular person. The baby that is just born is all covered with hair, and so there is a special sanskar where all his hair is to be removed. He is to be dressed up and decked up properly so that it becomes presentable to everyone around. And then when he finishes his education, during his education he is supposed to grow his beard and not trim his hair and so forth. That's not a very pleasant sight. So there is a special sanskar which is known as keshant, where all his unwanted, unruly hair is removed and he is made presentable. So it's not just a social status, it's also an improvement as a person in him itself. It makes one realize the etiquettes, the morals, the responsibilities, the duties at a particular stage. It is also expected to imbibe and strengthen good virtues, point out all the responsibilities, as in case of the vivaha or the marriage process, where the priest would explain all your duties, all your responsibilities, the male and the female towards each other, the commitments that they are supposed to make, the care that they are supposed to take. I'll go into details when I come to the particular sanskars themselves. Technically, there is no gender discrimination in sanskars, but then biologically males and females are different. So even if sanskars are to be, majority of sanskars are to be carried out for boys and girls or males and females, there is some discrepancy to a small extent, but there is an equivalence. Though for women, many a time the sanskars are said to be amantrak. Amantrak means without any sort of rituals that are specifically with mantras. For women, vivaha, that is marriage, is equivalent to upanayan. Pati sushrusha, that is taking care of the husband, is as good as going and staying with your guru and acquiring new knowledge and so forth. Child care and household work is as good as agni, that is to be taken care of by the gruhastha or the husband. So there is an equivalence, though some of them are restricted because of biological differences between the two of them. There is a suitable adaptation for males and females as per their requirements. Please realize that all sanskars mark an important life stage, a turning point in a person's journey. Right from beginning, sometimes he is not aware of it and sometimes he is made aware of them. Where are these sanskars? They are actually specified and explained in the Gruhya Sutras, the Manusmriti, the Dharma Sutras. They are also mentioned in the Atharva Ved. Their number varies. Gautam Smriti gives you the maximum number, which is around 48. 11 of them are known to most of the people around. The accepted number is 16, though a few of them people would say no, this is the one that must be done, or this is the one that must be done. It could be a regional difference and so forth. But there are few things that are very important. First, they are sequential. You can't say I have a lot of money, I'll finish off my Anteshti in advance. That's not going to work. It has to be done at a specific time, in a specific manner. It has to be time bound, age bound, month bound, and so forth. And there are certain norms that must be followed whenever you talk of sanskars. The general number is usually 16. But what happens is, not all of them are carried out. The major ones which are popular and known to people are carried out. One of the reasons for this is that there is a prayaschitta. If you don't do something, the Dharma Sutras give you a certain fine or a certain punishment that you must undergo if you don't follow a certain ritual or you don't do something. Unluckily, the fines and the punishments for not having done certain samskars is so meager and unimportant that there was no pressure right from the beginning that all of them must be done. So some of them sometimes were skipped or missed out because of various reasons. But technically, most of us are supposed to have undergone the 16 samskars. What they are is something that I am going to come to. This is the background. This is what samskars are for and what they are. What the samskars actually are is something that we will talk of next time. If you have liked whatever I have said, if you have appreciated whatever I have said, pass on the information to others who would not know all the information that is necessary for samskars. And we will go into the details. Please like and subscribe. If you have any queries, do write to do mention in the comments and ask for a clarification if there is requirement. Till we meet again, starting the discussions of what the actual samskars are. Till that time, namaskar.